News. Governor Kathy Hochul just hours ago announcing new steps to help make the subway safer after a series of violent incidents. The plan involves deploying the National Guard. CBC's Doug Williams is at a New York City Transit Control Center on the west side with more on this. Doug.
Mary, it's jarring when you hear it, but the next time you take the subway, you may see the National Guard, MTA Police, New York State Police. Just about a few hours ago, Governor Hochul and a series of state SUVs pulled into this garage above my left shoulder, and we couldn't help but notice it was the only series of police vehicles to pull into the garage, because amongst the city and state officials that were at this press conference as Governor Hochul presented her five-part plan, the mayor was nowhere to be seen.
I'm here to take action because that's what the situation requires.
Governor Hochul this morning at the city's Transit Control Center, laying out a five-part plan to make riding the subway safer.
Rattling off statistics saying things are getting better doesn't make you feel better, especially when you've just heard about someone being slashed in the throat or thrown onto a subway's tracks.
Hochul's plan includes deployment of 750 members of National Guard into subways, amending state law to ban repeat offenders, strengthening relationships between police and the DA's office, installing cameras in every conductor cabin, and $20 million towards mental health outreach.
Here's the message today. Anyone looking to do harm or spread fear on our subways, you will be caught.
Noticeably absent at the press conference was Mayor Adams. He addressed the concerns and the changes on the CBS News New York streaming broadcast a few hours prior.
We are instituting random background checks, and they're random. They're not profiling, they are random. I know how it plays on your psyche when you hear about some random acts of violence, and that's why we must be proactive.
I am working in sync with the mayor of New York to protect people on the subways, the workers and the passengers. We've communicated as recently as this morning. We had a meeting last week.
And Mary, a few more things to mention. The head of the MTA, Jan O'Lieber, spoke at length about the importance of that $20 million going towards the mental health part of this, which he says what they've been working on so far, at least, has been extremely helpful. And the governor was asked why, rather than paying for NYPD overtime and keeping the NYPD on the subways and on the platforms, which they still will be, but instead she's decided to go the route of the MTA police and state police as well as the National Guard.